What it is, what it do, episode 12. This might sound un-American. I know the title of this episode before I get started. That's not always the case. But here we are, so I can do that shit. Yeah, I'm going to say some things this episode that may make a few of my friends want to throw something at their phone, TV, or whatever they're watching or listening to this on. Please don't. If you do, you broke it. You got to replace it, not me. Let's get started. Let's get into this. We're going to start today with Mr. Edward Cagney Mathews, a New Jersey man who got caught on camera. I don't even know if we can call this getting caught on camera when you look into a camera and say some things. He was on camera doing some pretty despicable things, saying some pretty racist things. If you haven't seen the video, I'm going to play it right here, the uncut version of it. I'm going to edit it down and cut it down. So to spare you guys about 5 minutes of two dudes just looking at each other screaming, do something, do something. But here are the highlights. We're going to check it out. Then we'll break it down.
I'm harassing you, you young fucking punk. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. What are you going to do about it? You know why? Touch him. You're going to do nothing. Touch him. Touch him. Come here. Touch him, pedo. Put your hands on me again. Touch him. Twice. Touch him. Twice. Touch him. And his name is Brandon. Pedo. Fucking monkey. Back it up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Pedo. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Fucking nigger. Fucking bastard. That's right. Yeah. My parents are both dead. Yeah, right. What the fuck? My parents are both dead too. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. What you gonna do? Touch him. Suit up for you. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him. I know better. Oh, good, you know better. Get the fuck out of here. I got you 3 times. Touch him. I don't give a shit. Don't worry. I don't give a shit about you. That's called assault. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna wait for the cops to show up. And that's called assault. Yes. Wait for them to come here. Wait for them. We will. Yes. Keep waiting. I am. You walking on someone's property. This isn't their property, you dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. This is their house. No, this is common ground. You dumb, ignorant nigger. Have rights over this. No, they don't. Yes, they do. They don't have any right. Get the fuck out of here. No right. This is called common ground. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Okay. I have every right to be here like you do. Oh, yeah. Just like he does right here. This is called common property. I don't care. Okay, well, if you don't care, walk away. Learn your laws. Walk away. It's not Africa. Oh, this is Africa. I was not Solomon or wherever the fuck you were. I was born in America. Well, then you know what's common ground. What's common ground? I don't give a shit about you. You can't even say that was shit. Brandon, you have no idea what you're getting involved in. Don't talk to me. And if you want to be involved in this, I'm going to talk whoever I want. Exactly. Don't talk to me. If you want to get involved in this, you know what happened to the last one? I know what you did. You broke that window. Windows? What the fuck you did? Dude, I don't care. Cookie's windows got shot out with a shotgun. I don't care. 222s to their fucking front face. I do not care. In Cherry Hill, their fucking daughter got smashed. Exactly. Is that what you want? No. And you want to know where I was when all this happened? I don't care. At work, monkey. I don't care where you were. At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me. So you were real comfortable, so get me on video so you know what you see. Bring whoever.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey White, why are you back over here?
Well, somebody called me.
Someone called you, it's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
I do
None.
when somebody calls me.
Hold on.
I need back up.
You know what?
Bro.
Hold on.
Back
Go ahead.
up.
No.
Back
I'm going to
up,
let you
right?
do your thing. Go talk to these fucking niggers. Go ahead.
Stop,
Fuck you. Go talk to the niggers. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have.
All right. You want to go back to your house? I'll come back to you.
No, I'll stand right here. It's common property.
Okay. It's not better to talk or?
I want him to leave me alone.
Okay.
I want him to go away. I don't know him. I want him to leave me alone.
Denise, I'm not going away until your husband stops fucking finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk to them.
Arrest me.
I'm not
you
listening right
can't.
now. Relax.
You fucking niggers.
Just cut it out, dude.
That's what you can see, Brandon. 3602 Gramercy Way. Come see me, you
Nobody's
fucking monkey.
coming to see you, Cagney. Go home. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. Again, not a lot to see here. We can't defend this guy, so we're not going to try to. He went out of his way to call this man a monkey a couple times, call the people recording him, who I'm going to assume were also minority, call them monkey a couple of times, and blow the racist dog whistle of everything bad that happens in the neighborhood happens when the white people are at work and the black people are still around here. And last but not least, he gave out his address and told people to come see him.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out!
Yo, Edward can't have black friends. He couldn't have. If you got black friends, you already know. When you talk to your black friends and you tell them, you invite them somewhere to pull up, and you actually want them to pull up, they not coming. They gonna hit you with the, yo, who all gonna be there? Or, I'll let you know. But anytime you invite black people somewhere to pull up, and low-key you really don't want them to come, they coming. And they probably coming with company. So, Mr. Cagney, as you can see, you asked for it, you got it, bruh. They pulled up on you real fast. And then, ooh, you invited Jersey niggas to pull up? Ooh. Yeah, there you go. And now Mr. Cagney is obviously on the apology tour, so check this out.
Looking at that video, many of the things that you said were pretty ugly racial slurs.
I did not mean this. It was a lapse of judgment at a moment at my weakest point, and my anger got the best of me.
Oh, no. Sorry. That comes later. There's more.
There is nothing that I'm going to be able to say that's going to justify me using the words that I use. Whatever I need to do to make the community and the world at this point, see how big it is? Understand that I made a mistake. Allow me the ability to move forward, just like we all deserve.
We don't believe you. You need more people. Good luck finding a new address. Try not to give that one out in the middle of doing some racist shit and screaming racist epithets at people on camera. We're moving on. This may sound un-American. Topic 1. Should fireworks be illegal? Mr. Matisse Kavlenix, he was a goalkeeper for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he was at the home of the goaltenders coach for the Blue Jackets this 4th of July. The goaltenders coach's daughter was getting married. And somewhere around 10 p.m. after the wedding festivities had taken place, they were kicking it, hanging out in the hot tub. The fireworks came out. There was an accident. Mr. Kavlenix apparently was hit in the chest with a projectile that didn't explode. Somewhere along those lines, I could be missing some of those details, but the story is out there. This is very, very tragic, obviously. And the first thing I thought about when I heard about it was JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul, who blew part of his hand off in a firework accident a couple years ago. And that got me to thinking, like, those two stick out to me because those were athletes. This young man who just passed away, unfortunately, and Jason Pierre-Paul, who messed up his hand. And then I went to look at the numbers, and no, firework accidents are on the rise in this country. Last year, over 15,000 people were treated for firework accidents, and the number of firework deaths are on the rise. They kind of spiked in 2020 during the pandemic because people were probably bored, sitting at home, had nothing to do. They sparked up the fireworks. I don't know what happened at this wedding / 4th of July celebration, but I know that every wedding I've been to, we've had a good time and libations have been served. We've been drinking. And alcohol and fireworks don't mix. I can speak to what I saw right outside of my apartment on the 4th of July and the day after, which was kids who were still in elementary school handling the fireworks, running up to the fireworks, lighting them up and running off. Kids. So I walked my dog and got back in the house immediately. So people are being irresponsible with these things. Should we take them away? I know there's nothing more American than getting together on the 4th of July, sparking up some fireworks and celebrating a war that we won 300 years ago. But hundreds of people are dying from firework accidents. We're getting to a point now where firework accidents are becoming the norm for hospitals during the 4th of July weekend. Hospitals have other problems. Didn't have to deal with someone who got drunk and set a firework off and messed up their hand. And that's not a shot at JPP. The majority of firework accidents are to hands and fingers, as you can imagine. Something to consider. I know. Don't take away my fireworks and my firearms. Ooh, you firearm people, stay tuned. Let's move on. Now, I touched on this on This Ain't a Sports Pod, and This Ain't a Sports Pod, that ain't a sports pod either, but it's about sports. This Ain't a Sports Pod is my other pod where I talk about people who are athletic. They may participate in sports, but we don't necessarily talk about the sports. My Game 1 NBA Finals breakdown will be on that podcast coming up here tomorrow, and the episode is Sunday, but that segment will be out tomorrow. But it's not about sports because it's not a sports pod. This is not a sports pod either. This ain't a sports pod, but it's a pod around sports. I hope you kept up with all that. I touched on what I'm about to talk about now on This Ain't a Sports Pod episode 1, but we got to talk about a little bit of it here because the news has now changed. Sha'Carri Richardson will not be going to the Olympics. They decided to keep her off of the 4x100 team. So her Olympic bid has ended before it started because of the positive marijuana test. As I spoke about over there, WADA, USADA, the IOC, all of the people who regulate the Olympics in different ways, I cannot wait for that leadership to get old, come out of power, and let the younger people get into power. Because we are 100% aware of the fact that the decision to keep Sha'Carri Richardson out of these Olympics is not going to age well. That decision is going to look so stupid in 10, 20, 30 years. We already know that. That decision is going to look stupid based on everything happening in the world today. So imagine how it's going to look 30 years from now. We know it's a bad decision, but to the people who are in power now, good leadership means we're going to enforce bad rules. Even if rules are bad, we have to enforce them. We're the leaders and we got to enforce the rules. That's what good leadership is. No. Good leadership is saying these rules are bad and outdated. Let's change them now. And if we had good leaders in place, marijuana restrictions are already off of the books in the USADA and WADA. They're not even testing for that anymore at WADA and USADA. And the IOC is no longer asking people to test for marijuana. If we had good leadership in place in those places. So, it's time for the leadership to change. So we can get people in there who are willing to make decisions that reflect what is going on in the world now. To stick with that, if I'm Nike, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Sha'Carri Richardson, they're both Nike athletes. And I touched on this on This Ain't a Sports Pod, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. They're both Nike athletes. The world wants to see those two ladies race. If I'm Nike, I'm calling up ESPN, I'm calling up Amazon, I'm calling up Bleacher Report, I'm calling up all of these streaming people, Netflix. Who wants to make $1 million in 11 seconds? We're going to put these two ladies on the track somewhere in Florida, somewhere in September, October. One race, winner gets $500,000. Winner gets $500,000 and $500,000 goes to their favorite charity. And we'll hype this thing up. We'll put commercial breaks around and we will find a way to draw out these 11 seconds and have the world tune in to see it happen. And the world will tune in. We do not need Olympic medals to be at stake. We just want to see those two women race each other once and for all. That's what I would do. Anyway, let's move on. But not really. The Olympics. The Prime Minister of Japan is considering putting Japan under a state of emergency because of the COVID numbers in Japan. They are still spiking. The Olympics is starting in around 2 weeks from now, and Japan's COVID numbers are going up. That is concerning because you're going to have athletes from all over the world coming to Japan and then going back to their native countries. You talk about a potential super spreader event. We have to be very, very careful. I hope Japan has all of the protocols in place that they need in place. And let's just hope everything goes to plan, because they are going to go through with these Olympics. But COVID is not over, people. And I don't want to dive too far in the weeds. I got to go piss off some more Americans. So we'll move on. This may sound un-American. We need some gun laws in this country, people. It's time for some type of gun control. Over the 4th of July weekend, over 189 people, not over 100, right at 189 people were killed due to gun violence over the 4th of July weekend. That is astonishing. That is a very high number, especially considering, okay, we lost 189 people. And for those who are thinking that's not a lot, that means you don't know any of those 189. It's a very big deal to those families. I guarantee it. Not only did we lose 189 lives, over 500 people were injured over this weekend due to gun violence. And I know you're probably thinking right now, wait, there were no mass shootings this weekend. Exactly. There were no mass shootings this weekend. We still lost over 189 lives, injured over 500, and there were over 450 reported incidents involving guns this past weekend. We need some gun laws. We have to have gun laws. If people are going to treat guns like fireworks on the 4th and just be irresponsible with them, then it's time to put restrictions on both. It's time to restrict your fireworks and your firearms. I don't want to get into the woods there. Those numbers are crazy. We need to do something about it. All right, we're going to wrap this up here real quick. Prayers up for Haiti. I don't want to butcher their president's name. President Moise. He was killed this morning. They found him dead this morning. I think his wife was also killed. There were apparently Haitian news outlets were reporting his wife was killed, but I have not seen that confirmed by any American outlets at the time when I read it. I don't know a lot about Haitian politics. I do think that he was a U.S.-backed president, for whatever that's worth. But anytime in any country where your president gets assassinated, there's a potential for a power vacuum that could be very dangerous. So just prayers up for Haiti. Let's hope they get the leadership situation figured out there. And also prayers up for the families of the condo collapse in Florida. That story just will not leave the news. They find more bodies every day, and it is a tragedy. And let's hope that the state of Florida, the city of Miami, and all of those people who live in beachfront condos all throughout the Strip, hopefully they are finding ways to prevent this from happening again. And it's always dangerous when you build on the water. But let's hope that everything gets figured out there and we can avoid this happening ever again. Prayers out to Florida right now, dealing with this tropical storm / hurricane. And we're going to wrap it up there. I wish we could go out on a better note than all of this death and missing Sha'Carri Richardson from the Olympics. But it's just been a crazy week. I woke up this morning thinking, damn, it's been a slow week. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But nah, we found things. There were things out there. Mr. Mathews, we don't care about your apologies. Sorry. We know who you are. We need firework laws just because people are dying. People are mishandling them every year. Let Sha'Carri run is not going to happen, apparently. At least not in the Olympics. Nike, give us that race before the World Championships. And guns in America. We need to do something about it. All right, people. As always, this has been therapeutic for me, despite the mood of the show this week. Hopefully next week we can get back to the funnies, get back to some good news. We will see, and we will see you then. This has been Dry Humpin'. Thank you for coming. Check out This Ain't a Sports Pod. My Game 1 breakdown is coming tomorrow, right on time for Game 2. But the breakdown of Game 1 has nothing to do with sports. Has a lot to do with other stuff, and it'll be the same breakdown for the entire finals. I think most of you guys will agree with me. Check it out. Link below, link below, link below. Follow, like, subscribe, share, do all of that. Please. Come on now. It's for your boy. And I'll see you guys next week. Have fun.